He thinks he's supposed to guard the gardening or relaxing and just being in the streams and mountains and forests. It feels like humans and dogs created each other. In a way, they're working and they're domesticating each other simultaneously, and we owe them some ode and some poetry. We made them. We made it. We've coated all the dogs and all the bile, and other animals will call in the human soul, and humans with horses, and domesticating until late 80 years ago, which isn't that much as far as evolution is concerned. Horses nearly changed humanity, and it was one of the animals that the way created the first cavalry and the first tanks too, which was kind of a super weapon back then. Humans riding horses, and into that whole of a story. It's quite an interesting one, and the sentience of horses, connections that they have within their families and their personalities and mustangs, and of course the llama and alpacas and similar to elephants in India. There were also very proud, like the rhinoceros, and in a way, it's a gape with we escaped animals like cobra paying more attention than I did the iPhone technologies and Siri. Intricate. I love it. And so fun in Martian fields. Sacred people sing out in the clubhouse. And should we keep it open or do we get on another level? Patrick and Sponge, Bob, and the Bikini Bottom, Fabs. I'm here to support everyone and to support everything. And this is turning into a nice social room with, in a way, it's a nice way to come down from heavens into the focus topics on Earth. And we are effectively seeing a room that you feel like you're doing it pretty well today and rigging the straps of your report. And it's being very intimate social as a club, and it's continuing to warp being it's unstucking itself and teaching people on clubhouse and also the social circles and the social element whether or not you believe in it, it's hurting you. It includes yourself, heaven sent, and it's been like 2 years, at least 90% less physically social in my normal mentality, and I'm evolving. I still am, I guess. And I define myself as an artist, and I'm doing some festivals and things, really out there with being super involved. And Kingdom and tonight, people buy my art and are being part of the scene and being turned on. And, art is another mind altering, pretty obvious community expense. And I really do it as a monster. And back belt, hermithood, and detoxing and the same time having the ability to come into places like social experiences, clubhouse, and nature of the thing, and can rat on top of the small clubhouse years going passing by, can have a sweet time, and being with the beings front and center, not going into COVID, Tacona Desert, mushrooms and spores on cacti and hoping with the mountains. And afterwards, you're getting used to many wit people, hermits, and it's easier for them to not have to read the physical real foons of every room, which you should read first thing you join it, you read it, and then people are feeling like Ivy League and brain fog. YouTube, and we're doing some kind of social lecture and being social with kind of forcing us to be cognitive and actively consensual with using the tools and striking a little rusty and being in a middle way from people weeks and months in advance and being no, very emoting the answers and like peeking at the very top and bottoming at the very bottom, you know what I mean? And yearning and surrounded by people all of the time. And my hush, the real perform, and my performance, just be myself. And the good thing is that now they argue the same thing. A lot of social limits, that rada carming. And they haven't been on for months. And they've been very socially surrounded by their family members, nim, nogging, clamp, and always giving directions that are taking us to the right places in our mind labyrinth. До свидания.